Today on Turner Classic Movies, John Wayne is the very definition of an anti-hero in The Searchers. Then outsider Spencer Tracy raises his eyebrows in Bad Day at Black Rock. And a killer discovers a talent for art while incarcerated in Convicts 4. Unlock TCM.com for more on today's lineup.
When I heard that David Lean was going to make a film of Dr. Zhivago, so I immediately got the book and started reading it to find if there was a part for me. I never imagined that they would ask me to play the title role. I went to Madrid to meet David Lean about 3 or 4 months before we started shooting. And he said, Omar, I have to talk to you about this film that we're making. He said, I'm going to ask you to do something extremely difficult for an actor to do. I want you to do nothing at all. At all. Not to emote, not to have any reaction, not to do anything at all. And I said, why is that? And he said, because when we were writing the script with Robert, our problem was how to show in a film that a man is a poet. We can't have him reciting poetry to say this man is a poet. So we decided that the whole film would be seen through his eyes. And so we can show beauty, we can show the leaves of a tree in autumn flying in the wind. We can show his poetic side through his eyes. The extraordinary thing in that film, in that script, is that this is a love story between Yuri Zhivago and Lara, basically. And they don't meet until about 2 hours into the film. They never meet.
Do you ever come to Moscow?
From Grado.
If only there was someone to look after you. But of course, if there were, I'd be destroyed by jealousy.
Zhivago, don't. My dear.
Making a big romantic film, it's quite different from making a historical film. This was not a historical film. This was what they call a saga of love and destiny and fate. No one can tell a story better than David Lean. When you worked with David, you knew that it was worth it. He breathed and lived cinema, and when he was on the set, he was all cinema. I like being Dr. Zhivago. I wish I were someone like Dr. Zhivago, because I think he was probably the most perfect person that I have ever heard about. I mean, I can't think of a defect that he had, Yuri Zhivago, the character in the book. I can't see any defects in him. He was perfect.
Join us for a day of films from Julie Christie, whose beauty and artistry made her a cinematic darling of the swinging 60s and beyond. Monday starting at 6 a.m., only on Turner Classic Movies.